Parks and Recreation system.
Then yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I'm already a trailblazer in the Parks and Recreation system.
Acquire leadership skills. Oh, yeah,
I
those
don't want
too.
leadership
To
skills.
develop and deliver recreational programs and resources
Wait, what
to
if you
promote
have
public
leadership
health.
skills?
You would do great
You
in
could
this
develop
program.
them.
I know 2 people with degrees in Parks and Rec.
Do I have to wear khaki?
Do they use those degrees as intended?
They do.
One of them works for Hanover County Parks, and the other one
Works for Hanover County Recreation.
runs a Christian summer camp.
So yes.
That seems
So
awesome.
there.
I feel like this was one of the job options that was presented to me
By whom?
by my homeschool social studies curriculum
Is that
in
where
7th
park rangers come
grade.
from?
In 7th grade.
I just thought you were going to say your homeschool guidance counselor, who was also your homeschool teacher, who was also your homeschool principal.
I think,
who
like,
was
And
your
also the
homeschool
homeschool
mom,
football
counselor.
team
and also your mom.
Or like sports coach. There was some kind of conglomeration of ways to work with youth.
Did you take one of those tests that's supposed to tell you what you will do when you grow up?
No, it was actually like one whole semester was just what education do you need and what does it look like to like do different jobs. I thought that was fun.
Do you like wearing khaki?
Not particularly, no.
Sometimes they wear green.
Sometimes you wear green.
I do like green.
Sometimes I wear green.
Yeah, sometimes he wears green. That wasn't a slam. That wasn't a...
That's just a statement of fact.
Sometimes we all wear green.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Fine.
Good. This is
I still have a cough.
Oh.
after all this time.
Everybody's been a little sick. Eric asserted himself.
No, he
Good
didn't.
job, Eric. Oh no. He
Yes,
retracts his
Wait, he
assertion.
just... Well,
You
that's
asserted
also
yourself.
kind of an assertion. Now he asserted that he didn't assert himself.
I saw you assert yourself.
That man was Brian.
Assertive Brian.
I love my assertive metamor.
20% of him is assertive.
20%. 20%.
But 20% of him asserted himself with his whole ass.
Yeah.
Is everybody recovered from party weekend?
Oh my gosh.
Last weekend's party weekend?
Yeah.
But we also partied last night. We're holiday party.
I think
Professionals.
I wouldn't necessarily call that so much partying as it was just a...
It's a different quality.
It was a
Collective
cocktail
people,
party,
yeah.
so we cocktailed.
Yes.
Welcome to the Pod Pod Cvlt Cast, where we talk about life, love.
Learning and libido.
Yep,
And
those two.
explore
Our
our
journey
journeys through
through-
polyamory
And
and
kink.
kink. Ah.
Yeah!
Hey, look, we did it without a piece of paper.
I'm
we'll
Chasten.
find out what
After-
happens when people stop
Stop.
being nice
And start being real. On the next
Wait,
episode
that's not what
of
we're doing, is it?
Lauren and
Pod-
I were talking about the real world the other
the
night.
Pod
That's
Pod
weird.
Cvlt Cast.
What's the real world?
Oh, you don't know this
Oh
really?
no!
It was like the...
Oh no!
It was kind of the
It was
first
the
reality show.
proto-reality
It was-
show.
Yeah, it was on MTV. They wanted to produce a soap opera, but they didn't have the budget for it, so they used...
So they decided to use unskilled, unpaid,
Yeah,
trained,
they just
unpaid
used-
labor.
And
Some-
the reality show was born?
Yeah, they just used some dude's apartment in New York and brought in like 5 other people or whatever from different parts of the country.
Was it scripted-ish?
No.
Well, at first it wasn't.
And it was a disaster.
Yeah, and later it got much more scripted-ish.
Yeah, and they put them
And
in
they
a
started-
house, and they had a confession booth.
They started
Into
giving
the
them tasks
shitty
to do.
format
Yeah.
TV,
They would have
TV
to like
that we
run
have
a
today.
ice cream shop or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Is this our confession booth?
This is our confession booth.
Except we have to look at each other while we do it.
No, you just go like this.
No.
Well, your
severing
hood is
his
almost
eyes.
pulled down over your eyes anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
Hooded Eric over there
Oh,
is
no.
covering his eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm Chasten.
I'm Max.
I'm Hannah.
No, I'm Eric.
Eric's hiding.
No.
Eric's having a silly day.
He is having a silly day. He's been very difficult this morning. I think he had
No,
too many
hasn't.
carbs.
It's pretty easy for me.
Oh, God damn it.
Positive
So
spins.
anyway,
only.
yeah, we had a party here last week, right?
Our holiday open house, yes.
Yep, that was a smashing success.
It was. We had about 60 people.
I didn't notice anything got smashed.
I got a little smashed.
It's going to be
No,
like
I
this.
did not. I did not get smashed. I told you he was being difficult today.
I was sitting here. I know.
I think
it just happened 20 seconds ago.
Here's what happened. The recipe I used for scones, whatever you want to call them, I put too much sugar in.
And that's really what it is. I'm just being a petulant child.
He's being a petulant child. He's had too much sugar. And he's had too much caffeine. And so now he's having tea with more caffeine. And he's just going to be...
That's right.
And he's got his hood on and he looks ornery.
And he acts ornery.
He's acting ornery. Okay, so we had a party.
Yep.
It's very festive. Nothing smashed.
Nothing smashed.
Things went smoothly.
And we have, how many holiday trees do we have in this room right now? 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4, 5. 5 trees.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one in the kitchen. There's several small ones in bathrooms. Hannah took
There
one
was
to
a
work.
back porch tree.
There was a back porch tree, but Hannah took it to work.
Oh, did it finally make it to work?
It finally did. Just in time for everyone to be leaving. But that's okay. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm going to be working all of
just like
Christmas
Bob
week.
Cratchit.
Yes, just like Bob Cratchit.
Just
And
like
it's
Erik,
freezing
too.
in my office.
Just like Bob Cratchit.
Very much like
Holy
Bob
shit.
Cratchit.
Do you have a heated throw you could take to work?
I don't think that's allowed. Well, space
It's
heaters
Who's
aren't
going-
allowed.
Who's
Unlike
going to
Bob
be at
Cratchit.
work to tell you that a heated throw is not allowed?
That's a good question.
You could take a heating pad.
I
and
can
put it on
take a
your
throw,
seat.
though. Just like cuddling in a blanket would make my Monday much better.
Take a heating pad, put it on your chair, take a throw, then you're all set.
Oh, I like this plan. I'm going to have my tiny Christmas tree.
We
You
keep
gonna
getting
do
away
that?
from that. We had a party.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
yes.
there was a party.
We had the
There
tree
were
was
a
a
bunch of
decoration for the
people.
party.
We
Right.
had a party.
So
There were a
friends
bunch of
came and
people.
decorated trees for us, which was awesome.
Yes, volunteers came. So we've had this thing where every Wednesday before parties now, people have come and helped us. And this time, because it was the holiday, it's decorations that I'm used to putting up every year. And this year we had, Hannah is here and has decorations too. So I wanted her to be part of that. So I did decoration stuff. But there were people who wanted to come and do some holiday decorating. So we left some things for them to do as well. And so it was like the greening of our house. And it was really cool because we had some, when we picked up our, we are Christian. And so we have a Christmas tree and we picked up some extra greenery when we picked up our Christmas tree because they just have it in a box. You can take it for free, which is nice. And people spread it about and it was festive and fun. And yeah, it's
Everybody
lovely.
was very excited about
Yeah.
it. It always warms my heart
Yeah.
that people want to come and help out because that's how I like to be part of an event. I
Right.
feel like I had some kind of a hand in pulling things off. So it's fun to just hang out with people who get that same enjoyment.
It is.
Oh, now that you mentioned that, there was something else about the party that I wanted to talk about to see if you guys had anything to say about it.
Mhm.
I believe in 10-80-10. This is my little theory. I think I kind of made it up. That in anything, whether it's like a civic organization or a church or a club or music scene or in our little, in Cosa Nostra, our thing, there's 10-80-10. There's 10% of people who show up every time, who volunteer for everything, are there early to put out chairs, or they're late to clean up, to take trash out. And there are 80% of the people who are there just to have a good time. And that's great. And that's wonderful. I'm not saying that's bad. And then there's 10% of people who are the troublemakers or the naysayers or the, just generally kind of problematic. Do you guys think that holds? Do you think that's true?
I don't think that is true for our specific group. I think that we have a much higher percentage.
Well, we're a little curated here.
We are
It's a
very
general
curated.
bell curve idea.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with it as a whole for most organizations, absolutely. But for our group, I would say that we have about 30% who show up and volunteer and make sure that everything is safe and beautiful and wonderful, and that we have about, 30% who show up and help, 60% who just want to have a good time, so that leaves 90%. And then we have 5% who are kind of, questionable. And then we have 5% who are newbies and just don't know anything.
Well, and because we're curated, the kind of questionable 5% doesn't get invited back, right?
Exactly. And that 5% usually only shows up to our open house events, which we have one a year. Yeah. So it's still it's just for these bigger events. Community-wide.
Right. Though, right? Like we see definitely. We see the same 10% of people who are there setting up chairs
every time.
Yeah.
Breaking down equipment.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with that.
It's hard to reach any significant scale without it all kind of shaking out to those I think, proportions.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a thing I think about. I guess that's not for nothing, but
I think about that. For our parties, I'm the one who does the guest list. So I'm the one who sort of tries to put together a guest list that has a number of introverts, a number of extroverts, a number of people who really, really enjoy playing publicly, a number of people who enjoy sitting around the kitchen and talking, a number of people who are going to sit around in the living room and talk, a number of, porch smokers, a number of, I call people like...
I love smoked porch.
I know you do.
I prefer pulled porch myself.
Pulled porch?
You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know where
you've done a really good job with that. And I think that another thing I was going to comment on is that it does seem to me that for you? To me, that we've had sort of a growing amount of play. Like we've always had a lot of play.
Yes.
But it seems like in the last 3 parties or so that we've had here, we've had a growing portion of people who are there to actually have a scene, to play, to have sex, to do whatever, as opposed to the sitting around the living room stuff. And we've changed some things about what we do during parties. We haven't been having stuff playing on the TV, so there's less Mystery Science Theater 3000ing in the living room.
Yeah, we did used to play porn,
or just old movies,
or old movies or whatever. So there's a lot less, hanging out, and and for a couple parties when they're big parties like the holiday open house, we were trying to provide play space, but I don't think anybody played in the living room at all.
Now we brought down the spanking bench. Did anybody actually use it?
No, I tried to.
We moved it and enabled it, but nobody really.
Yeah, there were some new people who were hanging out down here who really wanted to use it, and I was, trying to talk to them about how to clean it off, how to cover it, but it was just I think a shyness, and it feels really out in the open down here as opposed to upstairs where everybody's doing something.
Well, and if not only because it's mobile, whatever, if we are bringing a piece of furniture down here, that's the one to bring because it's pretty accessible. It's pretty straightforward what you do with this thing and how you do it.
Right.
There's
as
some other
opposed
shit
to like
up
the
there.
massage table. The massage table, it's like, what do you do on it? And the massage table has a weight limit, so it's not like you can really fuck on it.
Right.
And it's not, yeah.
And that one's a little like equipment heavy because generally you're doing needles or you're doing cups or you're doing wax play, which we've done wax play down here couple years ago.
We did wax play, I think, in the other room, not in the living room.
Right.
But the thing is, with any kind of messy play, you have to have plastic down. No, maybe we did do wax play in here.
We definitely did it in here once.
Yeah, but you have to have plastic down, and you have to have so much extra stuff that it's just messy and it's hard to do. And I want to protect our furniture and our stuff. And I don't want to have the people who are doing it feel like they're liable for our stuff, but I also don't want damage to my furniture and wax everywhere. And I would prefer that stay up in the play space. But some of it, there are some more performative types of play. And I think electricity lends itself well to a dark play space because it's pretty. Mm-hmm. And I think wax lends itself better to a lighter space, like downstairs.
So you can actually see.
See what's being done with design-wise and stuff, yeah.
I think some of it was we really just lucked out with a great weather day.
We did.
And a lot of help from everybody with heating and stuff upstairs. So the folks who might usually have been down here were just hanging out in the upstairs in the play space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we've got it all like laid out in a really good, accessible way. Where I think we're maximizing the space at this point.
Absolutely.
And everybody was just up there.
Yeah, the new layout's really great. So thank you all for all of the hard work this year.
Yeah, and we didn't have a whole lot of having to shush large groups of conversation up there.
That was a way different thing this time.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of surprised by that because there were more new people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was through their own nervousness that they were just inherently quieter.
Yeah, I think some of that happened, yeah.
There were also just some really interesting, like, engaging scenes going on. It was fun to watch. You didn't, like, split off into chatter groups because things were going on all around you.
Well, and I think, I was excited because we had the opportunity to have some new people. So we had, I call them demo stations, which isn't necessarily the right way to call it because when you think of demo, you think somebody's demonstrating a skill set. It's more like a carnival station where you're just, you get the opportunity to try a kinky thing, but you're not doing a full scene. You're just trying out what it feels like. So we had electricity, we had fire cupping, we had, what else do we have? We had a vac bed, latex vac bed. What else did we have? We had one more thing. Electricity, fire cupping, vac bed.
Did somebody do needles on the other end? No.
Nobody has needles.
No, that's
what was on the other end.
Was happening.
We had four things.
No. The opposite end from the fire company.
There's some rope stuff. Yeah.
Rope. Oh, yes. We had rope. And we had rope. And I know that the people who were demonstrating or doing rope were doing a little bit of teaching some basic stuff so that people could walk away with things. But we had some people who had never done run a station here before, and I was really excited to give them the opportunity to do that and see how they negotiated with people, because I think it's really important to give people opportunities to teach and spread their skill sets and show their equipment to people and show people what things feel like, because you don't always get the opportunity to like try out a vac bed or try out fire cupping because you don't have access to the stuff.
Yeah.
I think the impact is really accessible. Do I need to define things? So impact is when you are using toys or your hands to hit somebody or be hit with something.
Right.
But fire cupping is the little glass cups and you heat them up so that they suction to your body and you can move them around.
Which we started seeing in the last Olympics. We started seeing
you saw
athletes with the sucker marks that look like they've been attacked by octopuses.
And I like them because I like octopus things. So.
Okay, guys.
So that was a
that's
quick
where we're at.
10-minute thing on the prior party, and let's talk about the coming year or the year in review.
Oh yeah, the coming year.
You nasty.
Nasty.
We've had some great parties this year.
We have had some great parties.
Hannah moved in.
That's right.
Hannah moved in.
It was a party.
You know what? Thanks for all your help. It was not a party, but y'all made it seem like it was. So, thank you.
What was that? The beginning of September? Was that?
Yeah.
August.
Right about the same time that I was transitioning to a new job. And
congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a year of change for me that I've
Finished
inflicted upon everyone. Yes,
graduated.
I finished school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exciting times. I'm looking forward to a very chill 2020. We'll see.
What do you have going on in 2020, Hannah?
Just settling in, hanging out. Got a garden that I've been planning. So if you have seed starting tips for me, please let me know. I'm going to start that project very soon.
So hashtag Hannah rate my seed.
Oh no.
No, please
no. Wow. That's worse than rate my beef, dude.
Hashtag Hannah sow my seed.
No, Hannah.
That's better than hashtag Hannah sow my beef.
Wait, where did beef come into this?
Hashtag Hannah smell my beef.
I don't know.
Smell my beef.
According to when this comes out, it'll probably be a
Beef
couple episodes previously. We hashtagged Hannah rate my beef.
Oh, that's right. I had already blocked that out. Guys, thanks for bringing it back,
Pod Pod
I guess.
Meat Flask.
Pod Pod Meat Flask.
Yeah, I think we all three of the four of us have had some professional stuff this year. I'm kind of in some professional upheaval that I still haven't all the way figured out. And Erik changed jobs.
No, that was last year.
Oh, that was last year?
No, I've been over a year now, but there's still upheaval and whatnot.
Well, who wants to talk about their year next?
I mean, I did stuff. I could do more other stuff.
What did you do this year, Erik?
That was kind of my year.
How many, what was the most miles you rode on your bicycle this year?
What do you mean?
At a go.
At one time.
Oh, 53.
That's a lot.
What
was your highest speed?
I don't know, somewhere around 40 miles an hour.
Wow. Good job.
It was very much downhill, though. It isn't a testament to my strength.
What's your highest calf press weight?
I don't know. It only goes up so high. The highest?
He broke the scale.
It's not really like a real machine. That's the problem.
It's a fake machine.
Yeah, it's a shitty one.
Oh.
What do you hope for in the coming year?
A leveling out of our society politically.
Goddamn hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because 2020 is not going to be a chill year.
Yeah, it's going to be
any
a bad year for Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, for Twitter. It's going to be a bad year in general.
I should probably just delete Twitter from my phone right now.
You probably should, yeah.
You probably should.
I would
really
highly
should.
recommend it. Being, head in the sand is not a bad place to be.
But what if somebody wants me to rate their bumblebee? That's the only reason
how
I
would you
Twitter,
know?
folks.
Hashtag Hannah rate my seed.
No.
We launched a podcast this year, so that was pretty fun.
That happened.
It was pretty cool.
We did. We launched a podcast.
We all made it well worth our while, so.
Yeah, and we're still climbing in downloads every week, and that's great. We appreciate everybody who has given to our Patreon, and we encourage you to go to patreon.com. What is it?
/Pod Pod Cvlt Cast.
Cult, and that's Cult with a V.
Yeah.
But the easiest way to help more our podcast get to more people, to get in more ears, is just to talk about it on your social media. Go to your Facebook Polyam and Kink groups. Go to your Reddits. Go to your Twitters. Go to your FET groups, and just if you like what we're doing, if you want to help us get to more people, just talk about the podcast.
Or you can
link
rate
episodes
us on Apple Podcasts
And Stitcher.
and Stitcher. You can rate us on Stitcher as well. And we're available on every podcast player, every single one, even Pandora, which is weird that they're doing podcasts now. Like, why? It's weird. And we want to give special thanks to our patrons. Some of you have been with us from before the beginning, so thank you, Jenny. Also, thank you to Sydney, Kate, Chip, Beth, Maggie, and Lauren. Thank you so much for your patronage. Thank you for sticking with us. We know that this month we haven't had any special episodes for you, but we have had some special content for you. So thanks for hanging out there. And if you are not using your patron benefits, this is for you, Jenny. If you're not using the Patreon app and you're not checking the Patreon website, you're missing out on some awesome bullshit. So go check it out on patreon.com/Pod Pod Cvlt Cast. When you support us, you get access to our Cultcast Media Club episodes, which are full-length episodes, which are just as awesome as these episodes. And you also get swag, and you get access to our Captain Max's digital content every month. You get access to special updates about what's going on with the pod. You get pictures of the pod dog, all kinds of fun stuff. So check it out.
And, that's just helping us pay for the website hosting and pay for hosting the podcast itself, and for keeping that available in perpetuity.
And helping us work towards accessibility.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's all going directly back into the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're still losing money on this goddamn thing.
Yep. Absolutely.
But gaining so much joy.
Yeah. So, Max, tell us about your year. Tell us about 2019. This year.
This year?
This past year.
This past one.
For you?
The one that's coming to a close. That's 2019.
Well, our son moved into his first place.
Yeah. Baby bird.
Hannah moved out of her last place. We took Hannah in. I've had
The child.
The
We watched The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Like I said, I've got some business sort of upheaval. It hasn't been the greatest year for construction for me, and still trying to figure that out. I haven't, most of this is about what I haven't done. I haven't been in the shop as much as I should have or want to. So moving into next year, I want to get back into the wood shop. I want to get back to making stuff. I want to work on dovetail joints. I don't know if there's anybody who can help me with that.
Parametrically programmed ones? I can help you with that.
But I do have some ideas for new stuff that I want to make.
Is it kinky furniture?
I mean, no, it's kinky
Just stuff.
Oh.
You know,
It
it's
doesn't have to be kinky.
no,
Stuff
it
is
is.
cool
It is
on
in
its
fact
own.
kinky stuff, but not furniture necessarily, because we're sort of furnitured out.
But
we're
can there be
we're out
a
of room.
cleaning chair? Can there just be like a small little
I
cleaning?
mean, we can
cleaning
take that
bench?
chair over there and just
And
cut a
turn it
hole in
into a
it.
cleaning chair would be pretty
I would
easy.
just
Yeah.
like a cleaning bench sort of thing.
We'll figure it out. That's fine. But yeah, and then get back into selling stuff just because I enjoyed that. I enjoyed going to the little maker fair that we have available to us to sell impact implements and different things of that nature, or taking special orders. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. I hope that we are able to further develop the physical house to, continue to improve our amenities for holding parties and hosting our friends and being able to offer fun stuff to our friends.
That's it. That's
2019.
All, that's all you got for 2019, 2020?
I mean, that was like 7 times more than what I said.
Nice cackle, dude. Oh, and
Yeah, you should have
and I guess we're
very
hosting.
quickly moved across the room, leaving spinning bobby pins in the air as you did. That
I
was
do have a
awfully.
lot. I
And
leave bobby
oddly-
pins everywhere.
Oddly, that reminded me that we're apparently hosting a wedding here.
We are. Yeah, and I'm officiating. Yeah.
It's here. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you weren't here for that conversation that night.
Yeah. Yes, at our holiday open house, some of our beloved friends became engaged, and that's exciting. That's very exciting and sweet, and
It was.
it was really a magical
Very precious,
moment.
yes.
It was very precious. So we do a toast for at our parties. Our doors open at 8, and we have a toast at 9, just to welcome everybody and to do some quick announcements and to make sure everybody understands consent or what have you, and talk about charity stuff and whatnot. And yeah, and after our toast, some friends became betrothed. Is that the right word?
No, I think betrothal would be the wedding, right? Like that's the actual.
I like how we're both
expecting
looking
Hannah
at
to
Hannah.
know the
I
answer.
stepped
Oh, you're
back
looking
from
at me.
this.
No, betrothal would be a promise of marriage.
Oh,
so I
that
believe
was
the
right word.
phrase that was used was, "I ask for your hand."
Yes.
So
Yeah. So
that's what happened.
a hand was asked for in marriage.
And a hand was
A hand was given.
promised. Proffered. Yes.
Preferred. Yes. So there were hands. There was a ring. It was very sweet. It was beautiful. I took pictures. It was cute.
I couldn't get anybody to jump in on the "she said yes" chant though.
I did.
I tried.
No,
Yeah,
few people
well, I
did.
couldn't get
We were on
everybody
board.
to jump
Yeah.
in.
We were very on board. So,
Just I don't know why I find that so funny, but I find that hilarious.
I don't even know where
and
this
yet,
originates.
you don't like Vine compilations. I don't understand who you are as a person.
It's those like public entrapment. When you ask somebody on the jumbotron,
Risky.
yeah, the jumbotron at the ball game, and then trap them into saying yes, and then the crowd chants she said yes because what else would she say when she's on the goddamn jumbotron?
She'll quietly give you your ring back later.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't want to embarrass you in front of all these fans.
Or maybe she does.
Yeah.
There was a famous stunt. There was I think it was a basketball team that staged a proposal where the woman said no and ran away, and it like came out a week later that it was a stunt and that it was staged. And it turned out to be bad PR.
How exciting, though.
Yeah.
Cool, man. High energy here.
Does anybody want to hear about my 2019?
I mean, yes.
I mean,
Not really.
if you can like kick it up about 7 notches, they're
I mean,
sleepy.
I can. I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. God, man, you just everybody wants me to be less energetic and less flappy around, and now you want me to be more energetic.
I think there's probably a happy medium we could get
Have
to.
you met me? I am not a happy
That is
medium.
fair.
So this year, my metamor moved in. My son moved out. That was really hard for me. Simply because it was he turned 18 last year. He graduated high school last year. There was lots of talk of him joining the military, and then it just didn't happen. And so he took kind of this gap year, and then there was a lot of, build up, and then he decided to move out. And then he did. And so I had a lot of...
Gap year between what? Gap year implies that there's something on the other end of that gap.
That doesn't matter. He took a gap year, and that was okay. But he had a job. He's worked, and he has this little moped, and he's, I'm really proud of him for his work ethic and such. But it was I had a lot of empty nest syndrome. I don't like change a whole lot. And so it's been, that's been difficult for my mother's heart, my little, yeah. And Hannah's moved in, and I think we're progressing and we're doing as best as we can. And so, yeah, that happened, and Max and I celebrated our 11th wedding anniversary. Mm-hmm. And Erik and I celebrated 2 years of being together. Mm-hmm. And me hitting the microphone. And we started a podcast. And that's weird, right? Like, we talked about this thing for a long time, and then we did it. And it was just sort of like, yeah, we started this podcast. How does everybody feel about the podcast?
What? And can you be more specific?
Are we enjoying this? Like, is this fun?
This is fun.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's brought us closer together?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate
upon
on
projects with y'all?
Yeah.
No.
I think
I'm incapable of elaboration.
Oh, God damn.
It's very good for podcasts.
Really
One-word answers are great for podcasting. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
difficult,
like
Brian.
It's like any other group project that's ever existed. Like, it's been good, and it's brought us together, and it's given us stuff to talk about and work on together, and all that stuff's great. It's also given us another thing that we get tense about every once in a while. And, it's just that's the nature of projects, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
There's research and reflection, and we're getting ready to
take a trip.
Very true. I was going to say start a new season since it's a new year.
Yeah.
Well, we did start a new season yesterday, didn't we? Wasn't it the solstice yesterday?
Correct.
Oh, I thought
a new podcast season. Damn it, I effed it up.
Darn it.
I've never.
Hannah did such a
tumbling down the stairs there. Yeah.
Hannah did such a smooth transition, and I stepped all over it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is the last episode of our season. Why
do we have a season?
I don't really understand the structure of seasons and podcasts.
Well,
because otherwise it would be bland.
Right, because it gives us a little... I feel like it gives us gravitas.
Well,
so our next season starts September 2020. And,
Wait, we're not going to record for a while or something?
I'm kidding.
Did you not see where she indicated for us not to respond to that because she had something really clever worked out that she was going to say?
I just saw a finger go up.
Which finger's up now?
We all need to work on our hand signals, okay? There's a shush.
No, we just decided that there were no hand signals.
So wrap it up. There's shush. And then there's fuck y'all. No. There's not going to be an interruption in our release schedule every Tuesday. The only thing that kind of gets slow sometimes is our show notes. And that's because sometimes I'm slow with the show notes. Y'all can deal with it. And actually, we've been releasing episodes earlier. We release at 1 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. Because for you listeners who use Apple, well, I heard that there was a delay from my sister. So thank you, Beth, for letting me know that you couldn't get episodes until noon. You've helped so many people. Like our 4 people who use Apple. Anyway, moving forward. So yeah, I thought that if every year we would start a new season, and then that way we would know how many years we've been podcasting.
This is a great
way.
That's the only way to figure that out. Sure, that makes sense.
I thought that would be a good way to figure it out.
Oh, boy.
And then that way we wouldn't also have 6,000 episodes. We would just go up to 52 episodes this year or what have you. That's how many.
Oh, we got a lot to get done then.
Oh man, no, we need to talk about this because I didn't know the number scheme was part of this.
What?
We're nowhere near 52 yet.
We need to hold on.
Over.
You're not going to decide by fiat. Like we need to like have a conversation about this.
Yeah, Lancia has always been a better brand.
What?
Oh my god,
what's wrong?
I didn't know that
Is this a fiat joke? I'm so confused.
Fix it again, Tony.
Too.
God, we already talked about Fix It Again, Tony, once on this podcast. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I need to take better notes.
What?
Puns and bad jokes. Let's keep spinning around the
What?
conversation.
All right, fuck it. Go on.
Moving forward. Anyway, so so my 2019 has that. Also in 2019,
Where are we at?
Time is not real, folks.
I mean, it's just a construct.
it's true. My year has been like weird because, you know, I have a roommate now and that's cool. But also I got a new medication that has helped me like be in a lot less pain. So my life is very, very different now than it was the previous 9 months of the year. No, 10 months of the year. So the end of the year is very, very different than the rest of the year. Podcasting really got me through September to November, I guess. And yeah, so that was good, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to the holidays. And then next year, I'm looking forward to a trip that we're taking, which we'll talk about in a second. And I am looking forward to giving a talk. I'm going to talk about mindfulness and chronic pain management for a nursing conference in March. So that's going to be cool. Yeah. If you're enjoying the Pod Pod Cvlt Cast, check out our podcast show notes at www.podpodcvltcast.com or keep up with us on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook at Pod Pod Cvlt Cast and Instagram at Cult with a V. Love us? Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts or help us continue to make this podcast possible by becoming a patron. Head over to patreon.com/podpodcultcast. Remember, that's Cult with a V. Our patrons get access to exclusive content, cool swag, and our exclusive Patreon series, the Cult Cast Media Club podcast.
Thanks to our Patreon patrons, Jenny, Sydney, Kate, Chip, Beth, Maggie, and Lauren. And we're back.
Are we?
Stinky and rain in the morning.
Eric confessed this morning that he doesn't like morning shows.
That wasn't a confession. It was a
Nobody likes morning shows. It's
very emphatic.
It's a communal thing that we have done to ourselves.
Oh.
It's a little weird they still exist. It's especially weird that they still do like phone call pranks.
Pranks are the worst.
Does anybody listen to the actual radio anymore?
Guys on job sites.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
do at this time of year because there's a Christmas song.
Mm-hmm.
I actually usually am streaming it, but it's actual terrestrial radio that I'm listening to.
You're
From
listening.
Germany.
Sometimes.
It's true.
I know. He's talked about it. I know.
Yeah.
I didn't say that for fun.
SWR 1. Eins gehört.
No, I really do think that it's mostly like workplaces, right? Like a lot of shops just put it on in the background
Yeah.
or whatever.
Restaurants and stuff. But
No,
typically-
by shop I meant like a shop like Eric's kind of shop.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, our
work
shop is
shop.
too big and loud for that, but yeah, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, or work sites. Like, yeah, it's the fucking guy that I'm working with mostly now. Like, listens to K95 all day, every single day, and they have 10 songs. 10 songs.
Yeah, you can tell
You
what
would
time
think
it is
if
by
you
the
were
Over-
song it's playing.
K95.
And over and over again, and he
Yeah,
sings with them over and over and over again, and I know them all now.
Which, shout out to Max's new coworker. How you doing?
Josh ain't listening.
Hey, Josh.
I ain't told Josh about this.
But do you sing along now that you know?
Yes, I do. I just
Yes.
find myself
Irresistible.
singing. This is God's country. God, that song is wretched. Holy shit, that song is awful. Went down to Georgia, but he went away or whatever because this is God's country. Oh my God, this song is wretched.
Oh God, I'm glad
The
I
dog
don't know
is
what you're
snoring.
talking about.
You will. You will.
And
Does
that
this
was
refer
old
to the
Yoda.
South in general, or is there a specific location?
No, I don't think it's the South. I think it's
America.
Oh,
the real Americans that are listening to this.
Oh.
Oh, we were talking about this last night. We had at the cocktail party last night. We had a conversation about accents and talked about like the natural inclination to make the Southern accent like the accent for an ignorant person, and how much that sucks.
It does.
It's a common trope, but you know what? It should every bit as much be the Boston accent that's used in such a manner.
That's exactly what we talked about.
Yeah?
That also, so one of the people that was in this conversation was talking about how Bill Burr talks about this. And I said, well, that's really funny because like Bill Burr has an accent that I also like associate with like a dumb asshole, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that like Southie Boston accent.
That's why I went to Boston with it, yeah. Independently confirmed. There's some truth in there.
Wow. All right.
Yep. People from the South and people from Boston are stupid.
And
Wait, no, that's not what I meant
that's
at
the
all.
opposite of our point. Both equally as likely to be stupid,
or smart, or
smart, or any other.
Yeah, the only
You know who I think's stupid?
Me?
No.
Oh.
I don't think anybody's stupid.
No.
the only like troop Southern accent that is not stupid is the
lawyer?
lowland South Carolina accent, right? That's like sophisticated and sultry. And the like I'm a small country lawyer. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. The Lindsey,
I might be a
the Lindsey Graham.
I might be a simple country lawyer.
You might be, but you're not.
But I'm not. Neither is Rudy Giuliani, which he actually said.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said he was just a simple country lawyer.
How's that?
Yeah, from Queens or where the fuck ever.
Yeah,
Which
you can't
God's country. So we know.
simultaneously
It's all God's country.
be as New York as possible as your image and country at the same time. That just no.
Speaking of year in review, can we
Society's a tire
It
fire.
seems
Next.
not.
barely graze just to have a little bit of
A sousson.
a soupçon of a tasting of impeachment? Can we just have a little bit?
I don't think there's any fruit on that vine, dude.
There's no fruit on that vine.
I mean, everybody's
There's
already picked it over.
There's no ball on that garland.
I don't think it's good news.
No.
I don't think it's bad news. I think it's indifferent news.
You
There's
think it's
a
neutral
there's a
news?
meme that I saw.
It's just a whipping up of the next round of bullshit.
There was a
For
meme that
better
I saw
or worse.
of a hand reaching out of the water, clutching for survival, and it says the American working class. There's a hand reaching in that says Dems, and there's a high five that says impeachment.
Oh no!
And then the American working class like slips underwater. I think that
I've seen that same thing
I've not
about
seen that, but that makes
like
sense.
the minimum wage, the minimum wage discussion, and that's
yeah,
oh,
I don't have
working
optimism
wage,
about this.
and they get a pizza party.
Ooh.
there is one like wacko conspiracy theory that I find kind of compelling. It's not accurate or going to come to pass at all, but I find kind of compelling that Trump will resign, thereby making Pence the president. Pence pardons Trump for any crime and appoints him vice president. Then Pence resigns and Trump becomes president again.
That's a lot of pieces to move around.
Yeah.
But it's pretty compelling as an idea, right? That'd be kind of fascinating.
That'll be a movie.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think that's gay porn.
No, they
that's
talked
not what
about
gay.
that with
Opposite
Nixon
of
as
Gay
well.
porn is when
I think that's
two people
gay
of the
furry
same
porn.
gender have sex in front of a camera. That's
Yeah,
gay
that
porn. The
sounds
thing
like-
that I talked about was a conspiracy.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
pretty
even-
These are
sure
two
that's
different
political
things.
conspiracy.
pretty sure that's two people of the same gender having sex in front of a camera. That's what that sounds like to me. That's all I heard was like, boo,
Dude.
What?
Dude.
You know what?
Chicken butt.
Speaking of gay
You know
furry
what?
porn, we're going to Disney.
No, Hannah was saying something.
Oh, Hannah, what were you going to say?
I don't want to think about Disney porn.
No, I didn't.
A lot of people do, though.
Yeah.
The Beauty and the Beast porn is mwah. All right, go ahead.
Wait, no, everyone in this room has experienced this except for me.
Yep.
Like so many
Disney
other things,
porn?
but this is a weird
probably
thing.
not
it's
Eric.
yeah, you see cartoon stuff.
Probably not Eric.
You see cartoons just like as you're going through your life.
I found a drawing in middle school that another middle schooler had done of Mickey and Minnie Mouse having sex. It was in the gym at my middle school.
That's funny. I'm still disturbed, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's
and it was quite a
crux of
talented
lot
middle
of it.
schooler that had done the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to see this in real life.
We're
Not
going to
the
see
sex-
Mickey
not
and
the
Minnie
sex-
doing it?
Not the sex part.
So Hannah.
Hi.
Don't do it.
Ohana means family.
Wait, I didn't consent to that.
Dang.
Dang.
Wow.
I don't even know
Looking
what
up
those
Friends.
characters are.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
We're
Anyway,
going to Disney. I've never been before.
I've been a
what were
lot.
you going to say before that?
Oh, the impeachment part of the conversation is over.
Oh,
We're
okay.
moving on to much more pleasant things like Lilo and Stitch fucking.
I mean, they were just having oral. They weren't-
Yeah, it was just oral.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, mouth fucking.
I'm not even going to say that phrase, actually.
Which phrase aren't you going to say?
Almost
You
worked.
thought you could fool me.
I did.
Almost worked.
And you came close. But no.
Yeah, I love theme parks. Theme parks is just about my favorite thing. And I am foisting that upon all of you. I'm making you
Yay.
enjoy the thing that I enjoy with me.
Yeah.
And I am very excited to... Jess and I have been to both Disney and Universal
Couple of times.
Mm-hmm. And so I enjoy her enjoyment of it. I have already had that experience, and I am looking forward to having that experience again. But I am very much looking forward to taking Hannah and Eric to a place I really enjoy and having them experience it with me.
I'm excited about the following. I'm excited about Hannah being excited about things, and I'm excited about Eric going, wait a minute, and figuring things out and being kind of grumpy about
Wait
things.
a minute.
Yeah, like
What
that.
does that mean?
And I'm also, and I'm excited.
Are you saying that I'm not quick to figure things out?
No.
That was what he got out of it.
Trying to insult Eric's intelligence again.
No,
No, I just found a nice way to loop that around.
I know.
did
I
great
would
job.
never, ever insult Eric's intelligence.
Again.
In front of his face.
Yeah, damn straight.
Never. No, never. No, he's so handsome.
You learned.
I did. Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
How many? So, no. And I'm also excited about Eric witnessing me lose my shit about lots of different things.
Round things.
Round things? Yes.
Tessin loves round things. She finds round things very cute.
Yes.
And small things.
Small things, yes.
This seems like
And
the world
large-eyed
of
things.
small round things.
Yes.
And things with their eyes closed.
Yes. Oh, we saw a puppy last night, and I just started crying.
Did it
at
have
the
its eyes
party.
closed?
It was
Was
sleeping.
it round?
Oh,
Yeah.
on the TV.
Yeah, there were
Right.
puppies, and there were kittens in clothes. There was this little polka
The
dot.
kittens were wearing dresses.
There was a kitten in a polka dot dress.
Because dogs are boys and cats are girls.
So-
Duh.
Do you
There was a
remember,
cat in a tuxedo,
Hannah?
I think.
Did you? I know that you had a homeschool experience.
I
but
did.
Did you have book fairs?
Or pets.
You did not have book fairs, did you?
No.
Oh, like
I
the
did get to
Scholastic
go
book fair?
to some, like, homeschool conventions.
Okay.
And I was very excited to see all the different books.
Okay. So at
Getting
the
new books
Those
is
are
the best
called
time.
libraries.
okay,
Yes.
so at the book fairs, I saved my money up for cute kittens and clothes calendars and books, and there was one particular artist or author, or I don't even know, photographer who was really good at putting cats in clothing. And so when I was little and very super into cats, I made my cats lots of clothes, and I would write little plays for them and do productions. I was very proud of one year I did a Thanksgiving production for my cats, and they performed it on the back of a Lazy Boy lounger thing. So
she also did a revival of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Yes,
she's also wearing cat ears right now.
I am wearing cat ears, even though I'm not fond of cats as pets now. I have a dog.
They're way better pets.
But you're fond of cats as an aesthetic.
I enjoy them as an aesthetic, in theory. Yeah. I enjoy other people's cats.
The weird thing about her revival of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof was it starred all dogs. It was real weird. It's kind of...
And it wasn't tin, it was aluminum.
Oh, no.
No, Chasten likes British things, so it was aluminium.
Oh.
Aluminium.
So what level of tangent are we on now? Are we on 5 from
the dog on an aluminium loop tangent?
7
tangent has coiled in on itself.
So back to Disney. I'm excited, and I'm excited that Hannah will go to shows with me because there are rides that we can't ride.
That's true.
And I'm excited about Max being excited, and I'm excited for Disney smells. Because Disney pumps some good smells.
Yeah, they do.
That's unsettling.
It's not
just as a concept.
They pump them up through their tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
So you are drawn in to buy the popcorn or what?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Burger King also does it.
Yeah.
So just as music is piped in.
Yeah.
So
smells are
sense of
pumped in.
Well,
food.
yes, you pipe
Okay.
smells.
You pipe the
pump
smells.
music.
You
Everyone
pump
knows
smells,
this. No, wait, I
pipes.
did that backwards.
Pump
No, that's
smells,
correct.
pipe music.
The smells have a pipe. That's how it gets there. The sounds are just speakers.
Pipe.
And since it's a magnet that's pushing air, that's a pump.
Pump.
Yeah.
Pipe.
All right,
I'll
smell
buy it.
pipe. Listen to smell pipe over here.
We also get a grand road trip.
Yes.
Right, because we're driving.
And we're going to tranquilize Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
That's the
Mr.
only way I
T on an
travel.
airplane in the A-Team.
Or
Pump full of heroin.
just
Yes.
like Amy the gorilla
Wait,
in,
they gave him heroin?
in Congo. Because, yeah.
Oh, we can give Hannah a green drop
We're
drink.
going to give her a green drop drink and knock Hannah out because Hannah doesn't travel well. She
That's
will.
true.
Yeah.
I am so excited. The last couple big trips I've done, I've taken by myself, and the last one was in almost a year ago. I flew to Portland, and the thing about being really sick on a plane when you're traveling by yourself is
They have those
you're
bags right there in the seat.
You're scared to knock yourself out because no
That's
one's
valid.
around to look after you and make sure you make your next flight. So now I have people
Yeah, that's valid.
Wait,
who
you
can
went to-
tranquilize me.
Was
and-
it Vegas more recently than that? When you went to Las Vegas?
No, Vegas was last year.
Oh.
I
I'm bad
wasn't
at years, apparently.
I wasn't scared to knock myself out. I just told the stewardess to make sure she woke me up.
No, but it's when you get off of the plane.
I mean,
and
flight
then
That's
you're
attendant.
smart.
connecting
You
another
should,
flight.
trust your flight attendants. I was too scared
Yeah,
to
first
ask
thing-
somebody like, hey,
First thing,
please don't leave
call
me
them
on the plane.
stewardesses like I just did. God
Hello,
damn.
stewardess.
Yeah.
Please
Hello,
wake me
ma'am.
up in 4 hours.
Sir, ma'am. What have you?
Well, I don't think they're just going to leave you on the plane. I don't.
Yeah,
think
they'll
that's an
make sure you
issue.
get off. You won't end up at the next stop or whatever. If you
No,
fall
this
asleep
is
on the
purely
bus.
my
train or a bus.
anxiety about not being alert to my
No,
surroundings
but
when I
yeah,
travel by
I think
myself.
that
Yeah,
probably you don't want the dude sitting next to you to touch your hoo-hoo either when
That
you're
is
knocked out.
also
So that is
true.
probably a good reason not to knock
Dear
oneself
stewardess,
out when one is traveling alone.
don't let this
knock-
man touch my hoo.
I knock myself out. I put on a face mask and then an eye mask
Oh.
and my earphones, and I just go to sleep. And
Like,
then I wake
what do you mean
up.
a face, like a cosmetic face
Yeah,
mask?
you put on a sheet mask, and then your skin doesn't dry out. You don't put any makeup on to fly. You put on
Oh.
a sheet mask, and then your face doesn't dry out. Because
A sheep
flying
mask?
is very dehydrating. Don't eat any of the salty nuts because
They don't really give those out anymore. There are too many nut allergies.
no, they will if you ask.
Yeah. But you
Don't
have to
ask for the
first.
nuts.
Right.
They
Wear
will
the face
offer-
mask. Reject the nuts.
You just said they don't really give those out
Don't
anymore.
reject
No,
the
they
nuts,
don't.
lady.
That's what I'm saying. They automatically give you pretzel chips or
Ladies,
some
pay
bullshit
attention
like
to the
that
nuts.
first.
Don't
And you have
reject
to
the nuts.
ask for nuts.
They
Well, we
offer
don't have to
nuts.
fly, so that's great.
Yeah,
We're
why-
driving.
Yeah. What are you
I
doing?
was just saying I'm looking forward to being asleep for 8 hours.
Yeah. We're going to get up
While y'all
really
drive.
early in the morning. We're
10.
going to stay in an
10
Airbnb. And I'm really excited about the fact that we're going to be podcasting in another state. Like, we're real podcasters.
It's
We're
probably
going
going
on
to sound about the same, though.
Oh. I thought it
No,
was...
because
Like,
we're
the
going to be
listener
so
won't know,
excited to
'cause-
be in Florida.
But there will be alligators near us.
Yeah, you'll hear baby alligators going.
Ow. 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 Ow.
What's everybody wearing?
So,
Clothes.
like for travel or
Ew.
for Disney bounding or what?
Probably the same thing for me.
I was thinking for at the parks.
So
What you're wearing in the car does not matter because I will be asleep.
So Eric already looks like he's in the Star Wars park right now because he's been wearing a lot of Star Wars themed things unintentionally lately.
Yeah.
No, it's just my clothes.
So Eric
He has Star Wars
dresses
wardrobe.
like he's in Star Wars just sort of naturally, and he doesn't mean to.
An extra cowl collar and what have you.
Yes.
Oh, I guess that's where that's coming from. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
We
Last
talked about
night,
this
but-
last night.
We did.
Yeah, I know, but
We were
And
all
now you've got
very
now
intoxicated.
you've got your Obi-Wan hood on. So
Yeah, and your beard and your piercing blue eyes. So, so Disney bounding, the Disney bounding is the concept of dressing thematically in the colors or what have you of a Disney character.
right, Disney doesn't allow adults to wear costumes
Right.
into the park. So
that's bullshit.
yeah. So there are adults who
It's so
develop.
children won't run up to you and touch you and you won't touch children. I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so there are adults who, the type of adult who would wear a costume to sort of develop this
Like me.
concept of Disney bounding where you do that, where you dress in the colors of or reminiscently of characters. And I am not the type of adult who would wear a costume, but I am the type of adult who finds dumb things neat. So I think Disney bounding is kind of fascinating as a creative endeavor.
Mm-hmm. So, Hannah, have you chosen some Disney bounding characters?
I'm definitely trying to perfect my Kim Possible look.
Okay.
Other things to be determined.
Okay. Max, do you have a Disney bounding?
I got a Han Solo worked up, but that's, for when we visit Batu
Okay.
at Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
But that's so. Maybe it's a Ouroboros, or a chicken or the egg. Like it's mainly because I like pants with stripes. But I think I figured out that I like pants with stripes because of Han Solo when I was a little fella.
Formative pants.
Yes,
Formative
I have formative
pants.
pants, and also I might work up a Figment for when we go to Epcot.
Yes.
Because the year that I went the first time with my parents, the only time with my parents, but the first time ever that I went was the year that Figment was the main advertising thing.
Yeah.
And I was into Figment.
I wonder if you and I were there in the same year.
Probably. I think
Yeah.
we figured that out. And so we went to the Imagination Pavilion and we were going to get on the ride that Figment was featured in. There was a thunderstorm and I didn't get to ride the Figment ride.
That sucks.
My parents did buy me a plush Figment.
I had a plush Figment.
And, but I've always liked that. That's my theme park nerd thing. We were talking about theme park nerd things earlier. Like, that's my theme park nerd thing. This sort of not mainstream character that
Weird
people like
purple
because
dragon
they've always
thing.
fucked up the ride. The ride is really, really bad.
That's the only ride I remember being on. I was in Epcot. The only park that I've been to is Epcot. And I was like 9, maybe. And I just remember like the part of the song that goes, poof, you've got a figment of your imagination, that is. And that like plays in my head on a loop some days. It's very irritating. But
Our patrons can look forward to our Patreon only episode that's just me going, imagination.
Well, you just ruined it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I only did
there's
it once.
Disney
It's going to
sing-along.
be that over and over
It's
again.
just
I
a loop?
propose drunk Disney sing-along while we're there. Consider it,
I'm
friends.
down to play.
All right.
You know me.
So I was thinking it would be fun if like one of us borrowed the child's GoPro and filmed a walk around of one of the parks or ride. I thought that would be kind of neat.
we
So
still
we can
have
be
that.
one of those people.
We still have that. I found it in a drawer the other day. That like AA powered video camera.
I don't
You
know
remember
how
that
many,
thing?
Yeah, I don't know how many hours it runs.
Probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We did film sex with it one time.
We have that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 10 minutes sounds about right.
Oh.
Self burn. What are you bounding, Jess?
So I have a lot of sea themed things. So I'm probably, and my hair is pretty red and orange, so I'm probably gonna have to do
Ariel?
some Little Mermaid stuff.
Yeah.
Probably have to do some Little Mermaid stuff. I probably have to do some Lion King stuff. I just haven't picked what character yet. And so there will be some things there. And then I'm definitely gonna do some earth tone Star Wars kind of outfit just for comfort's sake. And otherwise it's just gonna be yoga pants because fuck yeah, yoga pants.
Yeah. Hannah needs to get some tenny pumps. Hannah doesn't have good walk around shoes.
Oh, but you haven't seen my new shoes.
Oh,
So
Did they come in?
really boring story alert. I ordered sneakers that were like secondhand, and I was excited because they were brand new, but just like not new from the store new.
Mm.
And so I still felt like I was doing a good thing for the planet by not buying them brand new. This is a thing I made up in my head. Anyway, they came, they were running shoes, they were men's size, so I had to return them. And the ones that I got back are like the Skechers with the Velcro straps, so I'll show you those later.
Oh.
They're real cute.
Because Hannah doesn't know how to tie her shoes, and she
I
also-
don't.
She's a vampire
And
and
I'm-
she can't read. Like, what else is it?
Well,
is
I
part
didn't
of
want
Hannah
you guys.
lore?
I didn't want you guys to have to also be tying my shoes for me while you were reading the signs and protecting me from the sun. So I splurged a little.
Are
and
they
we're
shape
also
ups?
Are they? What was the brand that? Oh no, that was the high heels that the ladies were playing basketball in, not tenny pumps. Easy Spirit. Is that what those were?
Sure.
Yeah. And we're also going to Universal, so there's all the Harvey Patter stuff there, and you guys are Harvey Patter nerds, and so you'll enjoy that.
Yeah. We'll have fun.
Although we're mad at J.K. Rowling, so
We are?
Because she's a fucking TERF.
Wow.
yeah, she
Trans
said some
exclusionary
anti-trans stuff.
radical
on Twitter the other
feminist
day.
is what that stands for.
Oh. Hmm.
There'll be a link in the show notes to why that's bad. You haven't heard anything about this, have you?
No.
She said some
remain
bullshit on
head in the
Twitter.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
She said things.
Anything else to say about the trip, dude?
I mean, we're really
I'm going to be
excited.
going as a modified Leonard Bernstein.
Modified.
What does that mean?
Well, it's
What-
not
no,
a modified.
most
It's not
importantly,
a,
what
it's
does
a
that mean to
Leonard
you?
Bernstein costume.
What does that mean to you?
But thematically, I'll be like Leonard Bernstein.
What does that mean to you?
Well, he was the conductor for Fantasia.
Right? So what does that mean to you? Dress-wise?
Nothing.
It's more of a mindset. He's going to come with an
Yeah.
orchestral mindset.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I already live my life, and I can wear like jeans
Okay. All right.
and comfortable shoes.
So, when was the last time, Eric, you were on vacation?
It's for like more than a day or two,
For more than a day or two.
a couple years.
Max?
When you and I had our 10th anniversary trip, not this past September, but the previous September.
Hannah?
Well, I guess technically it was in May because we went to the beach for my sister's wedding.
That was work.
That was work. In that case, I don't remember the last time I was away for more than like a long weekend.
Okay. So, all right. So we've got, so this has been something we've been planning for a long time. I think our original plan was to try and get other people to come with us to try and split some housing costs and car costs. And nobody wanted to come with us, but that's fine. That's fine. And yeah, so we've been planning this for a year and now it's here. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's kind of shockingly close.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks away.
It's like everything else. It's like your birthday or Christmas or whatever.
Right.
Like, just all of a sudden it's
There's
there.
so much holiday stuff
I don't know, I
between now
always
and then,
forget
even
about
though
my
it's such a
birthday.
short time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we get to go. We're going over to a friend's house for New Year's,
Oh, yeah.
and this episode comes out the day before.
Cool.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year! Yeah. Anything else we need to
Do,
talk about?
They'll probably hear that at the beginning of the episode.
We don't have any messages. Nobody's called in to tell us their story, so I'm probably not going to bump it. Yeah.
Good. All right. Nope. I think that's it. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
So, okay. Top 3 favorite things from 2019. Max, Go.
Start with somebody else.
Hannah.
Or at
go.
least let us pause for a minute so everybody can think of something.
I didn't come with a top 3 list.
Now we are.
I've got 3 things.
All right, what are your 3 things?
I started dating a new partner.
Woohoo.
I had Hannah, my other partner, moved in, and I continued to be married to Chest.
That's 3 things in
Yes.
2019.
That's my favorite 3 things.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, moving is definitely one of mine. I'm also super excited to be a person who looks forward to going to work every day again. I'm sorry, I know I use these things, but those have been the big highlights of my year. Also, Christianity Today says we should impeach the president, and so that was really thrilling.
Great.
And he said it's far left and radical and progressive.
Christianity Today said yes.
The Grams
Today said yes.
Yes.
The Grams news organization, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That
Wait, what?
is
He's morally unfit for office.
They're far left, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're deeply homophobic.
Uh-huh.
They're deeply misogynistic, but
Yep.
because they said that Trump should be impeached because he is amoral.
Far left.
It is far left and progressive. And
They're
not
also-
just him,
they're
like all them motherfuckers are saying it now.
It's
Well,
been
that's
amazing. I've
entertaining.
enjoyed it.
I might have to pick that one up for one of mine. I didn't know about it before now, but I like that
That's
a bunch.
Look it up.
cheating.
Yeah, it's also unofficial
What are your favorite 3 things?
for 2019.
Yeah.
Well, there weren't a whole lot of changes, so I like that my rent went up for the same shitty apartment.
That seems sarcastic.
It was.
Aw.
There's just not a time for comparison.
I like that I'm gonna reinvest a bunch of money in my same shitty old car.
Mhm.
That's 2.
These don't sound like
And I
favorite
started
things.
I started actually using the workout facility that I've been paying for a couple of years and never used.
These are your favorite things of the year.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah. I'm getting strong.
Justin,
are.
what are your favorite 3 things of 2019?
How
I
got
actually
strong.
have 4, and they're all in this room.
Oh.
Oh, you're the worst.
Who's getting left out? There's 5 of us.
Oh,
You
yeah.
forgot to count yourself.
I don't have to count.
No,
myself.
she was herself was the top of the list. That was her.
Oh,
favorite
you
thing
forgot
of
to
20.
count the dog. No, that seems unrealistic.
No, the dog is at the top of the list,
Yeah.
and then the
So
3
it's
of you
one of the
fuckers.
3 of us. Oh, we're lumped in as a collective third thing.
No. The 3 of you fuckers.
All right, guys.
Sounds like a
What's the
favorite
dog?
thing.
I love you all. Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
2019.
Hanukkah.
Happy 2020.
Happy Christmas. Happy 2020.
Talk to you
And
next
happy
year.
Festivus.
We'll see you, and happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Got the poll.
Doing
It's
that
ready.
wrap it up sign that we were trying to use last night. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
Woo!
Woo! You've just heard the Pod Pod Cult Cast with your hosts Max, Chasten, Hannah, and Eric. Our theme song is Spencer Blues by Lobo Loco. Our break music is by Gabarino on YouTube. We have a listener survey going on right now, and we would love your feedback. If you could take 10 minutes to visit www.podpodcultcast.com/survey2019, we would love to hear from you. Give us your feedback on our episode length, how often we release, and the content that we provide. We want to make the best podcast for ourselves and for you. Thank you so much for listening.